What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back another video on the channel. And today, Sunday breakfast. Even though it's Saturday, I always have to say that. My posts come the day after I eat. If you don't know that by now, now you know. But we got a nice little meal put for us today. Nice chicken and waffles. Got some tots. I didn't have fries, and I had to get my vegetables in, so I had to sneak them in my eggs, which aren't actually eggs. They're egg substitute because, well, we still try to keep it a little conscious for the health. Lots of vegetables going on in here. Sauteed peppers, onions, and mushrooms. Cheese, which is fat-free, but don't tell anybody that. And of course, the tots are cauliflower tots. You would never think it. A lot of people don't realize when I eat a lot of times, it's kind of an illusion. Some of the stuff isn't, some of the stuff is. But this time, we did Eggos because I wanted to try this. I saw these in the store. I'm just going to let you get a heads up on them. There you go. They're nice Eggo, thick and fluffy, salted caramel, thick and fluffy. Pretty much what we all look like after we've been inside the entire year. And I don't really have a problem with that. You know, it is what it is. Everybody's kind of in the same boat with the 2020 madness. So we got the salted caramel. I wish you had smell-o-vision. They smell so good. You definitely get the caramel right away. Let me just grab one and kind of put one up to the camera. You can see there's little pockets of caramel. Now they're starting to get cold because of course you got to be a food stylist, but they're still plenty warm enough. You can hear the nice, come and get some crunch to it. There it is. Anyway, gotta have my syrup. This is sugar-free syrup. A lot of people don't realize I eat sugar-free syrup. Calorie-free syrup too. I ain't saying the brand because, look, some people, they talk to me and they're like, hey, we like your stuff. I'm like, you can even send me a bottle. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm petty. I'm not even gonna lie about that fact. I'm a little petty. Let me pour my drink. We got some raspberry lemonade like we had yesterday. Got a half a bottle because I've been drinking it all day. Coldest water bottle. I've been talking to some of you guys say it actually really does keep your stuff cold, and I agree with you. It is not a lie. I really do like this thing. I wonder if I can drink coffee in it. Will it keep it hot? I'm not going to risk it though. One thing I will say is that it doesn't stink either. A lot of times when you have containers like this, it starts to stink after a while. And I've been using this thing nonstop for the last, I don't know, has it been a month? Almost a month now. And it's still working with the goodness. So if you do want one, I do say this all the time, but I'm going to say it anyway. Link is in the bottom description. Giveaway as well. Some of you have bought some. Some of you are thinking about it. No, I'm not pressuring or obligating anybody for anything like that whatsoever. If you do want to try it though, there's a discount code. It's in the my description as well. But without further ado, I want to kind of just try this by itself. Now, I'm going to spill syrup probably everywhere because I got to get this in the camera for you. But salted caramel, Eggos, spilling syrup. What are we saying? I'm trying so hard not to spill syrup. Yeah, no, too late. Look, we spill stuff. Not a big deal. Somebody actually commented, like, yo, you're spilling food everywhere. Yeah. What do you want me to tell you? Eating on camera. Oh, shut up and eat it. I'm going to try this real quick. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we're working with something. Look inside. Can you see that? There are little pockets of caramel or caramel, depending on where you're from or how you pronounce it. But I have to say, that is a dope Eggo. They are calorie bombs. One of these is, I believe, yeah, one of these is 160 calories. Normal Eggos, obviously they're thick and fluffy, but they're not that much thicker than the OGs, if you ask me. Slightly thicker. Oh, that is so good, though. I don't even need the chicken with this, but we're going to get the chicken. Hold on. The caramel. And you get that little bit of salt at the end to kind of get that sweet and salty, which you can see the smile on my face. How bomb that is. That is dope. Oh, man. I'm just gonna polish this one. Finish this one off before we even get into the rest. I'm a fan. All right, let me get a piece of chicken on here. See if we can get a nice little. See if I don't want to spill syrup all over the place. I try not to be a messy eater. But let's see with the crispy chicken. I'm gonna level with you. Let me get you a tot too real quick. I'm gonna level with you. That would be my favorite Eggo by now. I love blueberry Eggos, chocolate chip Eggos. But something about that caramel with the syrup, it doesn't even really need syrup. I'm not saying something. I wish I had more. I only have 6 because they're so calorically dense that I couldn't really go crazy because, well, if you haven't been watching the channel, we have had a lot, and a lot by I mean a lot. And yes, I am making a chicken and waffle taco with an egg right here. What are we saying with chicken and waffle taco? Hold on. Now you gotta do it right. Now you gotta do it right. Now you gotta do it right. Best part about calorie-free, sugar-free syrup, you can have that whole bottle and ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't care. We gonna spill all in your face. That sounds horrible. Spill on me. There you go. This is gonna be some cleanup. I don't care. We move. I really like these. As far as Eggos go, it's definitely up there. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of one better. I'm sure I haven't ran through every single Eggo, but they should just make OG Eggos like this too with that salted caramel. Oh goodness. No, I'm sure of that. No, I have a little wish one. Oh god. And of course, is it really a video made by me if there is no cheese involved? I always have like emergency cheese. Cauliflower tots are very similar to the potato ones. The only difference is where in a potato tater tot, I guess, you get a little bit more bite to it in the inside. Because the cauliflower, let's see if I can open it up for you. It's a little more creamy. You feel me? But over the years, I've loved them. I don't even eat regular tater tots anymore. And they're really good for people who don't like vegetables, like me. I'm always hiding vegetables and stuff because I try to get those nutrients in. But I can't eat salad. I want to eat salad so bad. You have no idea. I've said this before. You have no idea how badly I want to say that I eat salad. I have had every suggestion under the sun for different kinds of the balancing act salads to try. Oh, try arugula. Oh, I don't like it. I tried them all. You have no idea. Oh, this one's a little peppery. It's the leafiness to it. I can't do it. People are like, oh, you don't like... And I'll say this too. The majority of people that say they like salad, you don't like salad either. You like the stuff they put on the salad. There are some people out there who are really salad-y type of people where they can eat just leaves. But it's very similar to me of people saying they like grilled chicken. I shouldn't even say grilled, just like broiled. Because that grill does add a little flavor to it. But chicken, for the most part, is tasteless. It doesn't really taste like, it tastes like what you season it with. So can you just eat, if somebody boiled the chicken breast, could you eat it? I think that's a true test. I like chicken, but not plain. I wish I liked salad in any capacity. I used to go to dinner with my family. And we used to go to Red Lobster. And at Red Lobster, oh, this is so, I get the, like, every once in a while, you get like a bite where there's a pocket of caramel. And every time I'm like, You know? It just wakes you up. What I should have done, well, I really couldn't have. Unless I was just going to eat more. Then would become the answer to the age-old, why are you not fat? Why are you not fat question. And to answer that, I mean, most of you know, I mean, some of you kind of just are under the impression that, you know, I eat what I want, when I want, whatever. And that's really not the case. This entire meal is weighed on a scale and tracked. Everything. The chicken, the tots, the eggs, even though they're fake eggs. But even the waffles, even though they're Eggo, the calorie information is right there on the back. Like I said, it's 160 calories a waffle. So it's about, give or take, about 900 calories for 6 waffles. That's a lot for waffles. Eggo also makes, does anybody else do this? Do you eat the other stuff that you're really not that interested in first, so that, because you don't want this to end? There's only 3 waffles left, so I feel like I have to spend them wisely. I do that all the time. Like, if I'm eating something that's really good, I don't want to finish it, so I kind of just, like, will start taking smaller bites. It sounds terrible. And of course, I say this almost as, like, self-deprecating humor you make fun of yourself, but I will always be, no matter what my weight is, at heart, a fat kid. In the sense of, I love food so much. It makes me happy. I've learned to work within the constraints of my diet so that I can enjoy food. But I was overweight my entire life. You know, I never was the guy with, like, abs or, like, you know, muscles. I remember my coach in college, he came from the University of Oklahoma. I mean, you're talking about one of the premier college football programs in the nation. And he came to my school because he was like a linebackers coach assistant. So he moved up the rung but went, like, down in the level of school. Not to say my school's on the level of Oklahoma. That'd be a freaking lie. Like, no. But first thing he said when he saw me, because they were, I guess the coaches explained to him who the returning starters were. And the coach says to me, he goes, "Man, you gotta get you some pipes on your arms." Like, he was dissing my arms. Like that. Hey, you ever see Teddy Lehman was the guy's name. Teddy Lehman was a linebacker. He played in the NFL, but at Oklahoma he was like All-American, All-World. And you like, ever seen Teddy Lehman's arms? How you supposed to be shed blocks in them arms for like 20 minutes? I'm so embarrassed. Like 20 minutes. This guy's just ragging on my arms in front of all the linebackers. I knew I didn't have a god. I look better physically than I did as a college football player. That's not a lie. My arms are bigger. The only thing that isn't are my legs. My legs were huge in college. Whereas now, I still have big legs, but back then, my legs were really big. I mean, I was squatting. The heaviest I did was probably like, oh, so good. I get the syrup on there though. Do you put syrup on your chicken too? Look. Do y'all put syrup on your eggs? Or is it just me? I think the most I swallowed in college was about 600 pounds. I want to say. A little under it, maybe like 580. There were 5 plates, which brings you up to 490. 6 plates. Yeah, and a 25. Whatever that is. But I did it once. Literally. And that was the last time I ever thought about putting that much weight on my back. But our strength coach was really, really good with that kind of stuff. Like, my squat numbers jumped when he got there. But he loved me because all he cared about was squatting and I could squat. I couldn't bench in college though. But I never was a weight room guy. but I was always a good player. So I kind of, not necessarily got away with it. I tried in the weight room. I just wasn't. Now I am. And I wish I'd known. The funny part is, if I would have eaten how I ate now, then I would have been light years ahead of where I actually was. And not to say that I was a scrub. I was actually a pretty good player. You know? I don't like talking about that kind of stuff. People are like, where'd you play? And all that. I talk about college just kind of like the memory aspect, but I'm pretty sure you can Google it, you know, if you really want to know. But I'm not like one of the people that like flexes or stuff like that. But I was a decent player. I was good. But anyway. Oh, am I eating too fast? One thing I've noticed now, since I've been doing these, I did live streams on Instagram for a long time. And I kind of stopped because they weren't fun anymore. Because when I'm trying to actually eat my food, I feel as if it's time for me to relax. You know, I want to make content, of course, but I want to make content that I enjoy making. So, when my channel, my Instagram page, whatever you want to call it, started to grow, with that, which is normal, there's a lot of positive stuff about it. Like, great people you meet, you know, whether they're followers or people even, like, you know, that stuff's awesome. Or people that look forward to your content. Like, it really is like a really awesome feeling to have that. And, you know, for that, I continue to make it because I enjoy it. And if other people enjoy it, whether it's one person or 1,000 or 100 or whatever, it makes it that much enjoyable. So when I first started, it was very chill. Maybe 10 people in a stream, 15 people, casual conversation. Everybody there was just, but as your page grows, more negative people come too, and it kind of like ruins the mood, especially live. When you're live, you're really eating, like, by the time you're by the time you're watching this, I will have okay, I'm going to get back into one. I have to. I've been saving them. But by the time you're watching this, this will be long out of my system. I mean that literally, with all the people that swear about the poop comments and whatever. They aren't true, by the way. I don't poop like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's not how this works, but that's for another day. But, you know, this is much more chill because I'm not really talking to anybody. I'm talking to all of you watching as if, you know, you're viewers. And when you're live, that gets taken away. I can't just vibe because there's so many people that are trolls that will do like the most outland, like start spamming emojis. I can't read the chat and, you know, racist stuff, which was very prevalent, especially when it got really popular. There was a point where there was usually 150, 200 some odd people on my chat. And I was doing it at like 3 a.m, like really, really late. And the majority of my followers at that point were from this area, but they were staying up. People were telling me like in bed watching. So it was awesome. I loved doing it. And then come the trolls, come the racial abuse. I don't want to do that kind of stuff while I'm eating. Especially if I'm not getting paid for it. If Instagram, and I said this before, if Instagram runs ads so that I can make some kind of revenue, I would have done it forever. Because at that point, at least you're getting paid for get trolled. I don't mind trolls post-com as far as I get trolled even on this page now. People write some pretty messed up stuff, but I have like a comment filter, so like if I don't want it on my page, I just kind of get rid of it. But I don't mind that stuff. I don't. Because that comes with trolling comes with territory. But if I'm going to live stream every single day and get trolled while I'm live streaming, eating my food, trying to relax, after I've been at work, in my free time, I just said, screw it, like I'm going to go sit on the couch. So I started eating and watching TV instead. And mentally, my mental health was way better. Because mental health is so important. And I think people lose sight of that. All people care about is how much can you bench, your abs visibility. This is just as important. So for my own mental well-being, I decided to just stop. And it sucks that I did because I don't want to, but it's the same thing. Like I said before, YouTube's live stream format it's kind of whack. I like to read the chat, and it disappears. So maybe one day when I start like gaming on Twitch, I'll do eating on Twitch too. This way, at least like I'm paying for my meal. But with this, if it continues on a trajectory, which is because of you guys, at least my food is, I can make enough money to at least pay for my food, you know? And in that case, that's a win for me. I'm not looking to get rich, you know? I never was in this for the money, but I would like to make enough money just so I don't have to pay for food. That's a dream. And I already have some pretty decent stuff where I don't pay for meals. But, you know, this stuff I buy from the grocery store, I don't have that. But like restaurants and stuff, like, yeah, a lot of that stuff gets comped, which is cool. Which is why I have no complaints about it. But sometimes the trolls into mental health stuff, like, I'm good at ignoring it for the most part. But I think a lot of times people forget that even though I'm sitting here and there are people watching me, I'm a person, you know? They forget that people who make content are people. Now, I understand if somebody does something that's unethical or rude, something along those lines. But for someone just existing, there are so many people out there who they live to try to ruin your day. And in the beginning, it used to bother me. And truthfully, I think that it sucks that I even have to be used to it. You know, a lot of times someone will be like, oh, don't listen to that person, because there are a lot of you like will come to my defense, which I thank you for. I don't necessarily need it because I'm used to it, but my reply is usually somewhere along the lines of, it's okay, I'm used to it. I shouldn't have to be used to it. There is a degree of, you signed up for this, which I completely understand. I do. I did sign up for this. I could have been doing something else and not a face in front of the camera. But I'm just not the type of person that has ever spoken negatively about somebody for no reason. I see stuff that I don't like on a daily basis, whether that's social media, in person. Of course I do. I have to eat another one. I don't want to, because it's too good to let go. But of course I do. Yeah. My response to things that I don't like is no response. Because for me, confrontation is a last resort. Confronting a person, whether that be with a comment, physically, whatever. But in my old age, I was in a lot of fights when I was younger. The thing that I tell myself now, when I'm annoyed by something, or I see something that I don't like, is this. With a confrontation, what is the best case scenario outcome of you confronting that person? And I always ask myself that. So if I see someone whose content I don't like, or I'm just like, yeah, I see stuff where I'm like, what is this guy doing? What is this woman doing? But I don't say anything because me saying something is going to do absolutely no good for either of us. What's going to happen? I say something and I get blocked or told off within their right. I get in a verbal altercation. And what? I hurt their feelings? What good did that do me? Did it make me feel better to hurt someone's feelings? Because it doesn't. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Not purposefully. Ever. I just think it's so stupid to go out of your way to try to piss someone off or to hurt their feelings. Like, for what? What do you, does that make you happy? Does that make you happy to upset someone? It doesn't make me happy. What makes me happy, and genuinely, like, this isn't BS. I say this off camera, on camera, no matter what. When people ask me about this gig, it's not my job. It's my side job. Some people think it's not my full-time job. It's becoming more of a job than it ever has been, for sure. And I'm still enjoying it, which for me is number one. But do you know what makes me happy? When people tell me things like they were having a bad day. And watching my video, seeing this happy-ass dude on camera, made them at least forget about the BS in life. Like, life sucks enough that there should be a sanctuary for everybody. And if my content in any way, shape, or form has been your sanctuary, that makes me genuinely happy. That's not bullshit. Excuse my language, sorry for cursing mom. I gotta eat this. I don't want to eat it because then once I eat it, it's gone and there's no more. I guess I can go buy more. But just look at the pockets. You see the pockets? I'm gonna show you when I get in there. But that makes me happy. I love seeing everybody succeed. I have never had envy towards anyone. I don't get jealous of people because to me, their success in whatever they're doing, their excellence, they're getting ahead, it has no impact on me. There's plenty of people in this world and there's plenty of stuff for everybody. I'm not willing to step on somebody's throat to get further in life. I'm never willing to hate on somebody to get further in life. It's just not in my DNA. And to some people, they say you need that. You have to have... I'm sorry, it's so good. It's like a serious moment. It's Waffles. It's ridiculous. But they say you need that. I'm not doing it. I'd rather make a good living and be able to sleep at night than screw somebody over. Or talk crap. But like, all of the cat fights that I see, with whether it's on social media, like people talking crap about somebody they don't even know, or content creators getting mad at each other because they're doing, I don't know, to me it's just so dumb. I just don't understand. I've been tagged in stuff where someone's like, yo, he's doing exactly what you're doing. You know what I say? Cool. I'll like the video. Like, what? What is that going to do for me? What? Even worst case scenario, that person's content is better than my content. Good. Then make that content because it's better for everybody. Everybody gets to see better content then. If people like that content better, what am I supposed to do? What? Start bashing that person or start like, publicly like saying like rude, like for what, man? And I think it comes down to this. I'm happy. It's just that simple. I'm happy. Why would I want to bring somebody else down if I'm happy? Hurt people try to hurt people. I have never in my life, in my 30 plus years of being on this earth, met a person who talks crap or tries to bring somebody down who's happy. Never. Especially somebody you don't know. Now, I've seen people retaliate. That's a different story. If somebody brings the beef to your front door, like, I don't expect you to just stand there. Nah. And sometimes you just gotta move in silence and just let your own hustle do whatever it is gonna do to get ahead. Like, yeah, success brings envy to some level. And the way I look at it is if you've got haters, somebody hates on you, you've got something, and I don't know what it is, that they want. They want it. Whether that be money, or women or men or cars, fame, a body. I don't know. It's like, I know those reels are getting real popular on Instagram, right? And a lot of them, admittedly, are women who have, like OnlyFans pages and they're like half naked. And there's all these people in the comments that are like, oh, well, I have more respect for myself. Like, with all due respect, shut up. Good for you. Do you think that person that makes that kind of content is better or worse than you because they make that kind of content? Because they're not. Because I'd hate to break it to you, a lot of y'all are doing that kind of stuff for free. What's the difference? So they get paid for it. And I'm not judging anybody for doing anything. Live and let live is my point, man. Like, I just let people live. Like, let them enjoy. If they are genuinely okay making that kind of content, is it really making your life worse? What behooved you to write on that page, oh, you don't respect yourself because she's twerking on camera? Maybe she likes twerking on camera. I mean, if she's not happy, that's none of your business. But let them do them. If you don't want to do that and you want to feel like you're doing something more respectable or whatever you want to call it, like, I understand. But at the same time, it doesn't do any good for anybody. Like, what do you do? Like, what do you expect them to do? Like, quit tomorrow because you said that? Like, you're like, oh, I don't. Like, I just don't understand what you expect from it. And I try to understand everybody. But what do you expect? If, say, you insult that person, and that person's like, well, this job sucks. I'm going to do another job. Now what? You know? That's just the way I look at it. My honest opinion. Like, let them. And by the way, do you know how much money some people make making content? Like, if they're not hurting anybody. Now, I understand if there's content where people are doing, like, stupid pranks or, like, stealing stuff or fighting people. Like, that kind of stuff is inherently because other people are physically or mentally hurt by that. I'm not cool with that either. It's not my place to say anything. If the general public is watching it, I don't have a say over it. If people watch what they want to watch. But if you're making content where it's, and I'm using OnlyFans because it's become a hot button issue. If you're making a living doing something and you're okay with it and it's not hurting anybody, which it's not, they're consenting people that are paying for a service and like pictures and video, who cares, man? People buy. I honestly, and this is my honest opinion, I respect that because they're smart. They cut the middleman out. They're getting more of a percentage of what people pay when they go on these sites where they run ads. So, hey, get your bag. My opinion on OnlyFans is this. Get your bag. That's all. If people are going to pay and you're okay with making the content, knock yourself out. If somebody wanted to watch me eat some sandwiches while I was butt naked, you know what? I might do it. I'm not doing that. But I might do it. Maybe. Depends on how much. But, who cares, bro? This is so good. I'm serious. I know I've been trying to be serious. The bottom line, get these. That's upside down too. I can't even think. Thick and fluffy. You might be thick and fluffy after eating them because you're not going to be able to stop. But oh my goodness. And I'm going to leave you with this right here. Oh my goodness. The caramel pockets with that chicken. This is honestly, Ego, you did the thing on these. Seriously. And it's salty in the syrup. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't want pulled eggs. I'm probably going to end up eating them later, to be honest. It is what it is. But I feel like my video's running too long because I'm at 35 minutes. That's my cutoff. 35 minutes. So I'm going to finish this and I'm going to get up out of here. I want my videos to be shorter. I'm trying, but I talk too much. I know. Forget it. I've only been doing this for a couple of weeks. My videos will get better. My content will get better. My equipment will get better. It's going to take time. If you would have saw, and some of you have, Go on my Instagram page. The link is in the description. Go back to my original posts and look what they look like compared to what they look like now. From the plating to the not choreography. The setup, the format. It went from pictures to videos, the original videos. It's always evolving. And YouTube for me is a brand new animal because I've never really done it. So give me time. And if you enjoy the content now, I guarantee you it will only get better from here. That is my promise to you. Let me get this chugging and we can send it off. Most of y'all already clicked off by now, but I love y'all. Thank you so much. I'm getting good at that. I'm sorry if you were in headphones right there. That happens to me too. I get it. But anyway, that is going to be the end of the video. Thank you for listening to my real life talk. Sometimes I'm serious. Sometimes I'm way too joking. Sometimes I'm telling stories. I'm all over the place. We'll tighten it up. But it doesn't matter either way. It's Saturday night. Sunday when you're watching this. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow ASAP. More content every single day. I will be here. I love y'all. Hand signs. Made it to YouTube.